Hello, I'm Rob Barker. I'm a 6th grade science teacher at Dawson Wright Middle School in Colgrove, Ohio, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Jigsaw reading comprehension strategy. The Jigsaw reading comprehension strategy is a cooperative learning style to where groups of students are grouped into home groups, and they read about a specific topic, different aspects of that topic, and they become experts as they read. And once they read and they learning about their comprehension, then they go out to expert groups. So for today's topic, we've been talking about rocks and minerals. So at each level, these groups are going to be learning about rocks, and they're going to be learning about minerals and the different aspects of this topic. Rocks and minerals is a topic that is covered from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So I do think that this is a good area of study to begin with. But the strategy is pretty much the same at each level. They all begin with a home group. They read, they write down some notes, they disperse from their home groups into their expert groups, and there they get to talk about their perspective on what they learned, and then they go back to their home groups and share with their home groups. So at the primary level, we are using the book Why Do We Need Rocks and Minerals? And this is a book that I retrieved from the EPIC, the Learning Library. It's online. It's a good primary level, good 6-year-old level book. 3 reading comprehension questions that I want to begin the lesson with before we even read the book is, what are some objects we use every day that are made from rocks and minerals? How do rocks and minerals help us? And what are some differences between rocks and minerals? Just something to get their minds thinking before they even dive into the book. But I would divide the groups up, and they would be paired together, and one would look at the igneous rock, one would look at the metamorphic rock, one would look at the sedimentary rock. They'd become experts in those respective rocks. And from there, then they would be dispersed to the expert groups. All the igneous rocks experts would group together, all the sedimentary rock experts would group together, and all the metamorphic rocks would be teamed up. And this would be a time where they get to share what they learned as they read. This handout would be given to them as they begin to read their story, or they begin to read this book. They are to put what they're an expert at. So if they're the igneous rock expert, they're going to write igneous rock. They're going to put down their name as the expert, to represent that they're the expert. In this orange box, they're going to draw a sample of their type of rock. So if they're igneous rock experts, they're going to draw a type of igneous rock in this square. On this blue square, they're going to write one fact that they learned from reading the book, Why Do We Need Rocks and Minerals? And then this second fact is where they will write down a fact that they learned from being part of their expert group. Once they have this completed, they go back to their home group and they share with their home group what they learned from their expert group. The second level, at the elementary level, I chose the book Rocks, Minerals, and Soil. I also have questions that go along with it. I'll post in the comments. But the questions are, what are the 3 main rock types presented in this book, and how does each rock type form? How are the minerals and rocks different, and why are minerals important? And how does soil contribute to plant growth? Something that this book definitely covers. But much like the primary level, they're going to be grouped up into their home groups. They'll get to select which rock type that they want to focus on. One person is going to focus on the igneous rock. One person is going to focus on the sedimentary rock. One person is going to focus on the metamorphic rock. And then once they read, and they're going to fill out this paper, they have to put their name, they have to put their rock type. In this box, they're going to list one use for their rock. Up here, in the orange box, they're going to list 2 facts that they learned from their reading that they want to share with their expert group. And then this last square, they're going to list 1 fact that they learned from their expert group that they want to share with their home group. So when they go back to their home group, they will have some information that they can share. They can kind of compare what they were given from each other's respective expert groups. It's a great way for them to collaborate together, for every student to participate and not just the select few working. At the middle school level, I've chosen the book Real World Science, Rocks and Minerals. Again, pretty much same method. At the middle school level, the groups are kind of going to be a little bit more integrated. You're going to have some identified students that are going to be paired with higher learning students, but everybody's going to be contributors to these groups. They're going to be, again, in their home groups. They're going to be assigned. For this case, they're going to be assigned somebody that's going to cover weathering, somebody that's going to cover the igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. They read, they fill out this paper. They're going to put down what they're the expert at. The expert at weathering of the rock types, or the expert at, you put whatever rock type you're going to be an expert in, whether it's igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. They're going to put their name. They have to list 3 facts about the rock that they have learned. Then they're going to list one effect of weathering has on the different types of rocks. And then they have to list 2 new facts that they get from their E group or their expert group. After they fill this out, they come back to their home group and they share with their home group what they have learned. That, in a sense, is the gist of the Jigsaw reading comprehension strategy. Again, it's a great way for students to contribute and collaborate together to work and gauge their understanding. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.